A very good morning to all of you. How are you all? I hope that you all are fine and fit and you all are studying well at your home. As you all know, I am your English teacher, Miss Priyanka, right? And in today's class, what we are going to learn is that you all know. Yes, we are going to learn more about verbs. Earlier, we talked about the main verb and auxiliary or helping verb, and in today's class, we will be doing the exercise based on auxiliary and main verbs, and then we will move forward towards the topic regular and irregular verbs, right? So earlier, what we did the exercise, we did the concept of main verbs and helping verbs. As you all know, the verbs like eating, dancing, playing, singing, all the action words that come under the heading of main verb. While there are words like is, am, are, was, were, has, have, all these come under the heading of auxiliary or helping verbs, right? But sometimes auxiliary verbs also act as main verb, right? So in the previous class, I told you all this concept. Now we will be doing the exercise based on the concept of main verbs and helping verbs. Okay? So all of you take out page number 50 of your book where exercise number A is given, right? You all will be using pencil when you will be filling the exercise in your book. And you have to do this exercise only in grammar book, not in any of the notebook. Is it clear? Now take out your pencil, come to page number 50 and exercise number A. In the following sentences, underline the auxiliary verbs and circle the main verbs. It means you have to underline the helping verbs and you have to circle the main verbs. Okay? Come to the question number 1. It is given, Priya doesn't live in Delhi. Priya doesn't live in Delhi. So here you have to underline doesn't and you have to circle live. You have to underline doesn't and you have to circle live. Live here is the main verb and doesn't is auxiliary or helping verb. Is it clear? So we have to underline the auxiliary verbs, right? Come to the next one. Are they working on a new assignment? So here ARER is the helping verb or auxiliary verb. And what is the main verb, students? Yes, the main verb here is working. Main verb here is working. So you will be putting a circle on working. Okay? The third one, Maya laughs loudly. So there is no helping verb. Simply you are going to circle laughs. You are going to circle laughs, and laughs here is a main verb. Okay? Now the third one, Mona is a dress designer. Mona is a dress designer. Here is acting as a main verb, right? There is no other verb here, only is the verb. So here it is acting as a main verb, right? So you will circle is. Is it clear? Come to the fifth one. Harsh has driven down from Haridwar, right? Has here is the helping verb. So you have to underline has, and what is the main verb? Main verb here is driven. Main verb here is driven. So what you have to do? Underline or circle? Yes, you have to circle the main verb. Okay? Okay, let us move to the next part. See here, the next part is I do understand your feelings. So do here is the helping verb and understand here is the main verb. Understand here is the main verb. So what you have to do? You have to put a circle. What you have to do? You have to put a circle on the main verb. Okay? Come to the seventh one. Tapan does the dishes every night. Here there is no main verb. Does is acting as a main verb. So you will be putting a circle on does. Now, eighth one. When does the train reach Hyderabad? Here we have two verbs. So here does is a helping verb and here reach is the main verb. So you will be putting a circle on reach and you will be underlying does. Okay. Now, Himmat was always punctual even as a child. Here was is acting as a main verb. So circle it. Come to the 10th one. All the tickets were sold on the first day. Right? All the tickets were. Were here is the helping verb and sold here is the main verb. So you will underline the helping verb were and you will circle the main verb sold. Okay? Now let us move ahead. I hope that you all are understanding this concept of helping and main verb, right? In the previous video also I explained you the same concept. Now come to the next one, the 11th one. We do enjoy a well-made film. So do here is the helping verb and what is the main verb? Main verb here is enjoy. So you will put a circle on enjoy, right? 12. Raghav has a job with a prestigious software firm. So where here has is acting as the main verb. So we are going to circle has. We are not going to underline it, right? Here has is the main verb. 13th one. Kaya likes Indian classical music. Kaya likes. Only there is one verb, likes, and there is no other verb. So here the main verb is likes. So you are going to circle likes, right? And the last sentence is the children were making faces at the monkeys. The children were making. So were here is helping verb or auxiliary verb and making here is the main verb. Making here is the main verb and you are going to circle the main verb. So we underline the auxiliary or helping verb were and we circle the main verb which is making, right? Which is making. So this was the exercise based on the concept of helping verbs and main verbs, right? Now I hope that this concept is clear to you all. Let us move towards the concept of regular and irregular verbs. Now students, let us learn the concept of regular and irregular verbs. Verbs that form their past tense form and past participle by adding D or ED. By adding D or ED to the base form are called regular verbs. You will easily understand this definition if you come to page number 48 and you will see here that the word laugh. If I say there is one word laugh, okay, this is one verb and it is in the base form. The base form of the verb is laugh. If I will make its past tense, then it will be laughed, right? And if I will make its past participle, then it will be laughed. Laughed again, right? You can see here the base form was laugh, the past form was laugh, and the past participle is laughed, right? Ed. So simply we made the past and the past participle by adding ed, right? There could be one another word, walk, walked, walked, right? So that is also made by adding ed, right? So whenever we add d or ed to the base form, at that time we are talking about the regular verbs. We are talking about the regular verbs. Now let us read the definition once again so that you can understand the concept. Verbs that form their past tense form and past participle by adding d or ed to the base form are called regular verbs. So when we add d or ed to the base form, then we form regular verbs. Now you will ask, okay ma'am, we understood the concept of regular verbs. Now what are these? Irregular verbs. So students, irregular verbs form their past tense or past participle in many different ways, right? There is no fixed way. In regular verbs, it is a fixed way that we have to add either d or we have to add ed, right? But when we will form irregular verbs, at that time we cannot form the past tense or the past participle by simply adding d or ed. There are different forms where we form when we form irregular verbs. If you see on page number 51 of your book, it is written in the second paragraph. Irregular verbs form their past tense and past participle in many different ways. There is no fixed pattern to make the past tense and past participle of irregular verbs. This is what I explained you, that there is no fixed pattern. There are different ways to form irregular verbs. The only way is to learn them through practice and regular use, and the only way is that you have to learn them, you have to memorize them, and when you will keep on using them while doing the grammar, you will understand it yourself, right? Now there are three types of irregular verbs. There are three types of irregular verbs. Let us read the first one. Verbs with all the three forms identical, the base, the past tense and the past participle. Now we will learn about the verbs which remain same in all the three forms. How? This I am going to tell you. Okay? See here, or all of you keep on reading on page number 51. See that green box is made there. You can see that box and you can understand the concept. I am going to teach you just now. So we are here going to learn about the verbs with all the three forms identical. It means their base form is same, their past form is same, their past participle form is same. Means you have to write the same word. Suppose I have written here base form, past form and here past participle form, right? This is base form, past participle form, right? Now see here on page number 51. In the base form we use the verb cut, and if we have to use this verb cut in past form, then also we will write cut. Nobody will write it as cutted. There is no word called cutted. So in the base form also it will be cut, in the past form also it will be cut, and in the past participle also it will be cut. So this verb will remain same in all the three forms. It will remain identical, right? For example, there is one verb let. In the past form also it is let, and in the past participle also it is let, right? So it will not be letted or something, right? It will remain same. So here we are learning about the verbs with all the three forms identical. The base form is same, the past form is same, and the past participle form is also same. See now, see on in your book it is given bet, bed, bet, right? So I have taken one another word bet. Here also it will be bet. Here also it will be bet. So there will be no word called betted or something, right? Let us take one more example. If I say shut, shut is one verb. So in the past form also it will be, you tell me? Yes, it will be shut. In the past participle it will be shutted. It will be shutted? No, it will remain as shut, right? So these are the basically irregular verbs in which we simply do not add ed or d to form the past or the past participle. These are some irregular verbs and their past and past participle is formed in different ways. Now students, we will together read out the green box that is given on page number 51. Bid, bid, bid. Broadcast, broadcast, broadcast. Burst, burst, burst. Right? Cast, cast, cast. Right? In all the three forms we have written cast, cast and cast. If I say put, put, put. I have seen many students using this word put, and it is again in the past also it is put, and in the past participle also it is put. No one will use the word putted. I have seen many students using the word putted. There is no word in English called putted. In the past form also it is put. In the past participle form also it is put. Right? So it will remain identical in all the three forms. Is it clear? And there are various words given in your book. Quit, quit, quit. Upset, upset, upset. Nobody will say upset, upsetted. No, there is no word upsetted. Right? Upset, upset, upset. Hurt, hurt, hurt. Input, input, input. Right? So there are so many words which are given on page number 51. You can go through all the words and you will see that they remain same in all the three forms of the verb. So students, what are regular verbs? Regular verbs are the verbs in which we form the past tense or past participle by simply adding d or ed. Whereas in irregular verb, we do not have a definite pattern. We form it by various ways, and these are all the examples of irregular verbs. Now what you have to do is, there is one table given on page number 51 where all these three forms are given. You have to draw this table in your grammar notebook. Right? You will be drawing this table in your grammar notebook. You will be using pencil colors, right, for coloring. Nobody will use any crayons or oil pastel. It will make your notebook dirty. Okay? So what you are going to use? You will be using pencil colors and you will make beautiful tables in your grammar notebook. And till now we have completed exercise number A. So you have to complete that exercise in your book, only in your book with the help of pencil. Is it clear, students? First you are going to write the name of the chapter, you will write the date, and then you will make these tables which are given on page number 51. I hope now the concept of main verb, helping verb, regular verb and irregular verb is clear to you all. Thank you so much, class.